Hi, my name is Susan Davis, and today I will be discussing the case study, Holocracy Is It For Us? Holocracy is defined as a form of self-management which confers decision-making power to fluid teams or circles rather than individuals. In the case study we reviewed, Roger Mays is the CEO of Contact, which is a construction company, and he likes the idea of holacracy for his company because he sees it as boosting performance and engagement among employees while freeing him up to take on other tasks of acquiring other companies. Derek is his CFO of the company, and they've been lifelong friends, and he's not a fan of holacracy. He feels that puts the company at too much risk. In my personal opinion, I feel like the idea of Derek and Roger being lifelong friends should have little to do with the business, although that's easier said than done. When it does come to decision making, you do have to put personal relationships aside and do what is best for the company. And I think if Roger truly values his friendship with Derek, he will see that as Derek being a true friend by telling him what is best for his company. I do feel like Derek is right in that holacracy is not the way to go for a company such as Contact with 200 subsidiaries around the world. And also just having the risk of a construction company. This case study reminded me of another case study I did for another class, which was Union Carbide, where we were not discussing holacracies but multinational corporations, and how there's has to remain a certain amount of oversight. In that case study, how it sort of compares is that Union Carbide wanted to reap the benefits of a company in India, but allowed India to go about creating its own industry, and there ended up being a massive leak of a poisonous gas that killed many people in India. And then Union Carbide wanted to wash their hands and say that they had nothing to do with the company and how it was built. You can't have it both ways, and I feel like for Roger in this construction company, he can't have this holacracy idea of teams making decisions. I do feel like when something goes awry, he's got to understand that he's going to be the one left holding that responsibility. Again, other cases that I feel like Derek could make against holacracy, there's already been proven inconsistency within this organization and lack of oversight from management. Take, for instance, the issue that happened in Russia with the theme park, where they had left that in control of that Russian subsidiary, and they had been giving false reports as to what was going on. The task that they were charged with doing was never even completed, and took a while for that to be uncovered. So already clear lack of oversight without moving to holacracy. Also, just other inconsistencies within the organization. Derek mentioned that the policies were already lax and not clear. I do feel like if you're going to move to holacracy and you're going to trust teams in making decisions, there does have to be a clear set policy on how decisions are made so that each teams are making these decisions consistently for your company. Other issues as I research the idea of holacracy that can become issues or even with your HR department. Your roles are ever changing. Different people are assuming the role of leader, and so that makes compensation and job descriptions difficult. When I'm making the leader, I want to be compensated as a leader. And so that does make that hard on the HR department since those roles are fluid. Again, when something does go awry, there's no clear chain of command or hierarchy because everyone sees themselves as equal within the organization. And where in a perfect society or a utopia, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, we all live with human emotions, and generally, in the job, in every relationship, someone wants to emerge as the alpha and as the leader. So, holacracy, while in theory may sound great, I just think in practice there's a little more complications to it. Again, I think Derek is correct in urging Roger to not institute the idea of holacracy in this company. Like I said, in a utopia, I do think it would be great. I would love to work, I think, for a company that had holacracy. But again, I would be one of those that wanted to be compensated for being the leader and having to make decisions that leadership decided they wanted to confer upon me. Thank you.